New York 1 News all morning. This is the New York Living Health and Fitness Report.
The number of people dealing with acid reflux appears to be on the rise. More doctors are feeling complaints on the issue, but at least one local physician has been able to point a finger toward a cause and offer up a solution. Here's New York 1's Koufman Drexel.
The majority of patients Dr. Jamie Koufman says she sees coming into her office every day suffer from acid reflux, and she calls it a major public health threat most of us don't know about.
In the old days, reflux affected predominantly middle-aged people. So you saw usually people in their 40s and 50s presenting with heartburn, hoarseness, cough, and so on. Nowadays, we're seeing the same symptoms in 20 to 30-year-olds.
Acid reflux is a digestive disease when stomach acid flows back into the food pipe or esophagus. One of her patients, 42-year-old Paul Ricard, says he'd been experiencing discomfort for years.
Initially, I thought I was having a heart attack, so I ended up in the emergency room of the hospital. And when they ruled that out, I went to some different cardiologists. They couldn't find a problem. And then what I started actually having is where I was having a hard time swallowing, in addition to having the chest pains. And I got in this really bad cycle of the only thing I could really eat was a milkshake, which in the end was making things worse.
Koufman says not only has she been seeing an increase in reflux, but also a rise in related cancers. In her new book, Dropping Acid, The Reflux Diet Cookbook and Cure, she points out higher acid levels, or pH levels, in most of the foods we eat has a lot to do with it.
We began measuring the acidity of common foods, particularly things that are bottled and canned. And we found they all had the same acidity as stomach acid, which is below pH 4. People with reflux who went on low-acid, low-fat diets got well.
Koufman urges reflux sufferers to stay away from heavy triggers like sodas, acidic fruits, and canned and bottled foods.
We recommend for people who really have significant symptoms a 2-week reflux induction diet. It's almost a kind of detox, if you will, particularly for people who have throat symptoms.
In addition to medication, Ricard says switching up his diet has made a huge difference.
Change has been unbelievable. It's even hard to describe, where I can't remember the last, I haven't had an incident where I wasn't able to swallow. You always think of, oh, you eat some, gives you indigestion or something, you just move on. But I never really thought of the, I guess the building on top of the different things I was eating was causing this kind of effect.
In Manhattan, Koufman Drexel, New York 1.